What's going on, guys? Junior's Tech here, back with another one. Now on this channel we have reviewed a lot of different types of action cameras, everywhere from like $30, £30 ones all the way up to 300, 400, 500 pound, everywhere from GoPro, 2K, 4K, everything. And they all pretty much do the exact same. They all, SD cards, same resolution. Not this one. This one, I promise, is going to be different. Let's get into it. So again, this is the WOLFANG action camera. I'm pretty much going to get it unboxed, see what it's doing, and then of course we'll go for some clips. I'll probably do some clips, obviously what it's like in a car at the minute. I'm currently immobilized to go out on my bike, so I can't really do any outdoor clips or any action clips. So that's going to have to suffice for now. I'll do a follow-up maybe in a few weeks' time when I'm able to get out on my bike and all that sort of stuff, and then I'll add some shorts into the videos. That's pretty much the best I can do for now. But for the time being, let's get it unboxed, see what we get, and we'll go from there. So, starting off here, WOLFANG Fun Action Camera Adventure Awaits, Capture It. First of all, we do get a little action camera quick start kit. You get quite a large user manual there. That's just going to tell you everything you need to know about how to use it. You have the camera, but of course we're going to come back to that in a second. We are going to look at all the accessories first. These cameras, they always seem to give you so many accessories as well, so you never really need to go out and buy like extra headsets and all that sort of stuff. So let's have a look. Okay, so we're going to separate this out and see what we actually get. There is a lot. There is a lot in here. Okay, so we do have a few different hardware mounts. So this is going to be for the likes of mounting it on top of a helmet or anything like that. So they're just two little brackets there. Then you also get one of the clips here. That clips around. That clips in there nice and safe and secure. And then you have the little lugs on the top for, like, say, extension poles. Or if you want to have like no, that's for a bike. You have like extension poles here. They just slide in there and just bolt it in like that and tighten it up, so that's what you're left with. So camera sits on top, and you have a little adjuster. You do have two different arms there as well, depending on how you want to fit this to an item. Then again, like I mentioned about it being for a helmet, this one I'd probably say before more for the helmet because it's curved upwards, as you can see there. Got the M3, I think it's M3 sticky pad going on there. The adhesive on these things is crazy. I've noticed that with all action cameras. The adhesive that comes with it is really. You can attach that onto there, and you can have more extra bits. So if you want it on an angle, instead of facing forward, you want it turned that way, you can do that. They do give you the full amount of accessories. The one I use nearly all the time when I'm using the action camera is this one. This is what I believe to be for like bikes and handlebars. I use that on my bike all the time. Got rubber padding on the inside, two different sizes, so when it goes across your handlebars or onto the frame of the bike, it's not going to damage it at all. You have quite a lot of thread space there, so it's going to fit pretty much every size handlebar, depending on obviously what type you have. And it also comes with a nice little wrist strap. We also get a Velcro wrist strap there going on there. Obviously, if that's what you want to use, then by all means, you also get that. Now, we do have a Bluetooth clicker as well. So if you're going to be out of shot, so like say the camera I'm recording on now, if that was this, I could just use my little clicker and either take a photo or record a photo. Pretty simple. Really good bit of kit. I suppose if you're not going to use the camera, actually, if it's on your head or if it's on your body and you don't want to touch it, you can just clicker to actually record an image or take a picture. Now, I'll come to this in a second. You have a USB cable, but if I can get a little close up of that, you do have a magnetic cable going on here. So the 6 pins on the cable, they sit on the side of the device, which we'll go in a second, and that is how you charge the device or transfer media. And then we do have a little glass screen protector. This is for the waterproof case, which I'm going to show you now. It's quite unusual that they give you a spare backing as well, because I haven't seen that before. So on the waterproof case itself, I'll probably go to see for this one. On the waterproof case itself, pretty simple. You have the front dialogue for the lens, which is bunched up and a lot thicker. it's going to protect the lens just in case you are doing anything super adventurous. On the bottom, we do have the 2 mounting hardware, like I said before, for like the likes of this. You can just mount that straight on there like that, which is really simple. On the side, we do have 2 directional buttons as well as one on the top. That's for the actual device itself. And then you have your backing screen as well, but it's really good that they actually give you a spare one, which I've never really seen before. Quite cool. Oh no, sorry, I'm wrong. Not a spare one. I've just realised what it is. I've just pulled up one of them. It's not a spare one. There's 2 slits the side there. And I believe that is probably for the strap. I'm assuming so. I think that's what it is. But they give you one of them as well, which is quite nice. And obviously very hard, very durable, fully see-through, so you're not going to have to worry about losing any of your clips. Little action camera. Nice little Wolfang logo going in there. We have the lens just here. The removable cap as well. I'm assuming you probably can replace them or get new ones. But the lens cap is removable. You have your front little screen and the LED indicator just at the top there, which is quite nice. Now on the back here, we do have the display as well as little LED indicators on the bottom. When you turn this on, obviously this will project what you're looking at. On the top here, we do have our like photo button or record button, which is quite nice. And I believe that is a little microphone port at the top there. Now on that side, we do have 2 more function buttons. Now we do have our on-off button as well as a menu button, and then you can cycle through them when you're actually using the camera. On the bottom, we do have a set of threads, which you can add this to a tripod or, you know, any other accessories that you may have. And then we have a speaker as well as the 6 prongs. Now, we just looked around the camera. Tell me something it's missing. I'll give you 5. I'll just point them out. So green lens, buttons, microphone, speaker, charging port, thread size for a tripod. But what is it missing? You can't open this up either, so you can't pull it apart. You can't get to the internals without damaging it. It's missing something. But what is it missing? 5 seconds. If you said an SD card reader, then you would be correct. This does not come with an SD card reader. So there's no openings or anything where you can actually get into the SD card. Because it has a built-in storage of 64 gig, which a lot of people might not like, because obviously some people like to expand their storage. You know, they want to have 128 gigs, 256 gig, depending on how much storage they've got. If you do have the cable with you, you can just transfer your bits here and there. I quite like the idea that it's internal storage. I quite like that. I believe the internal storage on one of these is 64 gigabytes. There's a lot of space if you think about it. Now, what we need to do is actually have a look at it, look at the settings, and we'll turn it on. Button on the right at the top, click that on. So, well, this is actually the screen, should I say. Screen's pretty much open, tells you everything that you need to know straight away. Top right, you've got a battery indicator. To the left of that, you do have the microphone, obviously whether it's on or off. And then on the bottom left, we do have the play settings, which is going to tell you everything about what files you've loaded in. Then you can watch all your files, delete that. Wind reduction settings, and then we do have zoom function. Now, first of all, we're going to look at the video settings. So if you click at the bottom where it says normal 5K 30 frames per second, give that a click. We've got normal, loop, time-lapse, slow motion, fast motion, and Wi-Fi. Now, if you click on normal, it'll just give you the normal recordings. Then if you want to change the resolution or anything like that, you have to go to the settings, and then you can alter all the video settings in there. So we have video resolution. We have everything from 5K at 30 frames per second. Then you can tally this all the way down to 720p to 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second. All depends what you're trying to record and what you're trying to capture. You do our voice record. Obviously, you can turn that on and off. Video segments. So if you want to break down your segments. So we do have EIS. We have distortion calibration. So you can turn that on or off. Angle. So whether you want a wide, medium, or narrow angle for the image you're trying to capture. Wind noise reduction, WDR, sharpness. We have EV, white balancing, metering. Pretty good. Now if we go to the settings as well, I'll just do this, but this is just generic. We do have screensaver mode, auto power off sounds, languages, frequencies, upside down. There's not every time you're not going to be recording like this all the time. Obviously date and stamp, date and time, format the drive, diving mode, sorry. And now the button on the right hand side, the bottom one, the little menu one that we went through, if you click that once, it's going to go to picture mode automatically. So then that's where we can select single, burst, time-lapse, delay, long exposure, or Wi-Fi. Then if we go to settings, we can do the same what we did with the video settings. We can that. So you've got photo resolution all the way from 2 megapixels all the way up to 24 megapixel, which is quite nice. Time lapse we've got time lapse duration, angle, distortion calibration, sharpness, ISO, EV, white balance, and meter. You do have a huge variety of different settings you can change to facilitate whatever you're doing, whether it is something adventurous, whether you use dash cam, whether you're going out in the mountains, whether it's raining, sunny, all them different aspects. So you really do have full utilization. Now, if you press the button on the right again, you can do playback, video settings, or photo settings. See there, so that's just a little bit of a recording I did when we were driving, but you can see the screen itself is very, very clear. So when you're watching it back, you're not getting this delayed, awful distortion. You're getting exactly what you recorded, which is really good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through just a little bit of footage. There won't be any noise in it, it'll just be music, because obviously when there was music playing, all that stuff. But remember, I will do a follow-up in the next few of how it reacts, I know, on a bike, uphill, downhill, etc. So we'll go through some clips now of what it looked like on the road acting as a dash cam. So guys, there we have it. That was the video regarding the WOLFANG action cam, and I have to admit it performed incredibly. Now, pros are the matter of fact that it can shoot at 5K at 30 frames per second, everything's small and utilized. Screen resolution alone for watching the playback, I loved. It was incredible. So you don't have to worry about buying aftermarket parts or all that. There might be some things you might have to get on your own, but majority of them will you'll be able to utilize pretty much all of them on your own. I really did enjoy it. The only con that I have, which isn't a con for me, but might be for you guys, is the matter of fact it has built-in storage. Can't add an SD card to it or anything like that. But at the end of the day, if you've got the charging cable with you, you can transfer things in your phone, your iPhone, you can activate Wi-Fi mode, and you can transfer stuff that way. It really is that simple. But in the end of the day, guys, if you do grab one of these, or if you have one of these and you've got any issues, please do drop a comment down below. More than happy to help. But by all means, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I will catch you on the next one.